TF with the 15. What's your thoughts on Dilbert's very own Scott Adams' recent gamer moments?
Yeah.
Hashtag canceled, no remix.
Oh, yeah. Now, Chris, what Chinese food did you get this restaurant from?
Robust also the 15. Speaking of the new gamer word user inductee, didn't recommend one of Scott Adams' books before? If so, what was it?
It's, let's see. Scott Adams has good ideas occasionally. He's obviously, a flawed guy, and same thing with Jordan Peterson, who's kind of going a little nuts right now. You don't need to co-sign everything a guy says to use what they're saying to your advantage. How to fail at almost everything and still win big, which is basically the core principle of the book, is that if you spend your entire life, you can spend your entire life becoming a grand master of something, like playing the piano or whatever, and then you're like competing against every other person who's been playing, every other Chinese kid that's been playing piano from childhood, and is a piano playing machine. So there's like there's a limited value where you don't get maximum returns from pursuing one thing all the way to the peak, if you even ever get there. But if you get good at two things or three things, if you get reasonably good at three things, it's easier to take something like that, find something where you've got a handful of little skill sets that synergistically benefit one another, and make a career out of that, which is true. That's like what every influencer or person that has a business. It's because they were we knew how to make the perfect cupcake for long distance runners. It's just weird shit like that. You just follow the three or four things that interest you the most, get good enough, and reap whatever synergistic benefits there are. That's the main thrust of this book: how to fail at almost everything and still win big, which is true. And I'm sure loser think the more Scott Adams gets into persuasion and hypnotism stuff, probably the less beneficial it is. But that's the only book of his that I've read. But it was worth reading.
Liz V says, best way to become a jet tier editor. I'm learning with VideoPad right now. What's that?
Probably some shitty, terrible software. Just learn Premiere. But and I love the Scott Adams thing is so funny. And I don't think he should be. It's not you want to trash the guy or anything, but his whole thing is that he's a master of persuasion. Yeah. And he's like a trained hypnotist. And then he got busted for making fake accounts to comment on his own videos. But he's a grand master of persuasion. Yeah. And anyone who is his enemy or aligned against him will suffer unimaginable consequences due to his ability to morph the collective mind to whatever aim he wants. That's only a little bit hyperbole. This is kind of what the guy's shtick was in 2015 or whatever. And it's so funny that he's going viral now, basically for being blindsided by race facts, and his natural reaction being so out of tune with what you're supposed to, the reaction you're supposed to have, and in a way that's like completely innocent and naive. Like none of his brain is going, I shouldn't be saying that, which is it's a good thing. Yeah. Like obviously it's a funny, awesome, good thing, but it's just so funny that his whole deal was, I'm the master of persuasion, and then he gets hit with race statistics one time, and he goes full. He does the full thing, which is awesome. So shout out to Scott Adams.